In judicial ethics, the mere appearance is disqualifying. Same goes here.
Spencer Pratt is playing chess. Now, whether you like him or hate him, you cannot deny the fact that this is pretty damn brilliant.
Your donation to our campaign is more critical right now than ever before. Let me explain. Thanks to LA's Supermatch program, every qualified donation from Los Angeles residents is matched 6-1 by the city. But after the primary, we had to start over from scratch. So we need you to rush your matching donation right now to help fuel this campaign. Chip in $5 right now, and the city turns it into $35. Chip in $25 right now, and the city turns it into $175. Make your matching donation today. Thank you so much.
Trailing Spencer Pratt by roughly 40,000 votes and about 10 percentage points.
I dominated the in-person vote. I smashed Nithya on the mail-in ballots too. She was crying on election night. It was over. Then a few days later, suddenly Nithya started overperforming as they continued to accept ballots 7 days after the election.
But days of county mail-in ballots have changed the map.
I'm so grateful.
Rahman has now erased a 40,000 vote deficit and moved ahead of Pratt by roughly 3,000 votes, a net swing of more than 43,000 votes.
43,000 votes, which just happens to be the exact number of homeless people on the streets in LA. They assured everyone that this is normal because for some reason that they can't explain, Democrats overwhelmingly vote by mail.
There's a historical phenomenon in national voting called the Red Mirage.
The Red Mirage.
What we were calling a Red Mirage.
The Red Mirage.
You've got map chops.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, controversy brewing in California. Get this, a polling company now admitting that a poll it released on the LA mayor's race was fake. It claimed LA Mayor Karen Bass was leading Democrat socialist Nithya Rahman by a wide margin earlier this month. But not so fast, sunshine. William Lajeunesse has the details from LA. Hi.
Yes, people are calling out Karen Bass on social media. Like what we saw during the campaign period with Spencer Pratt. Karen Bass hasn't wasted enough taxpayer money. She is now urging locals to donate to her re-election campaign, pointing out that the city will match the funds 6-1. This is coming after a day where a lot of people started pointing fingers at her. A new post that came out recently, and Karen Bass was the first person to share it. Some suspected that maybe she paid these people to actually put that out. This is concerning. If you take a look at this article, recently put out a poll showing LA Mayor Karen Bass leading her challenge Rema by a wide margin was just exposed as completely fake. Media Strategy, the company behind it, admitted the survey was just a social experiment.
The race for Los Angeles mayor is getting messier by the week, and it's really revealing just how deep the distrust at City Hall has become. First, there's this fake poll. A company calling itself Median Strategies released numbers showing Mayor Karen Bass leading Councilmember Nithya Rahman by nearly 12 points ahead of the November runoff. Bass celebrated the results online, but then days later, the company admitted that the poll was completely fabricated, calling this a social experiment designed to see how easily unverified information could spread. Bass deleted her post, and her campaign is now considering taking legal action. Rahman's campaign says that Mayor Bass, they should have vetted the numbers before promoting them. Fair enough, but at this point, the only real numbers we have are from the June primary. Bass finished with just over 34%. Rahman received 29% after beating out Spencer Pratt as the mail-in ballots were counted. That means more than a third of voters in Los Angeles chose someone other than the two finalists. So that means a lot of people are still undecided and things could go either way. Meanwhile, another fight is erupting at City Hall. Council President Marquis Harris Dawson, a close Bass ally, split the Housing and Homelessness Committee by 2, removing Rahman as its chair. Rahman and her camp calling this a political punishment against her, essentially. Bass's campaign says that Rahman's signature time-limited subsidy program received more than $60 million, but had housed only 3 people. Rahman's campaign disputes the framing, saying that the money was allocated, just not yet spent, because they don't spend the money until the participants sign the leases. But this is bigger than a fake poll and some committee reassignment. Los Angeles voters are frustrated with so many issues, starting with homelessness, housing costs, public safety, wildfire recovery, rebuilds, and billions of government spending that hasn't really produced the results we want to see. Bass is running on experience. Rahman is running on the fact that she claims she can disrupt the status quo. So this November, Los Angeles isn't just choosing a mayor. We're deciding if we want more of the same or someone claiming she's different.
Yes, this tweet is widely shared on X by Elon Musk. Like, these people want to steal your money again. I understand it is extremely difficult to question an election in California, according to the bill Gavin Newsom recently put out. Now, taking a look at what this lady did here, a poll came out. You did not even take time to verify if it is true or not. You just rush into the internet, start asking, then at the same time, you want people to believe like you don't have any link with that poll. People are questioning it, and they have the right to do that.
85% of Spencer Pratt voters breaking for Bass. Well, that's insane. Most Pratt voters would rather walk through fire than vote for Bass. But the media loves polls. TV stations, social media, a major newspaper reported it. Hook, line, and sinker. Millions of voters believed one thing that was entirely fabricated. And when the LA Times called the polling company, it admits the whole thing was a hoax, saying, quote, Median Strategies was created as a short-term social experiment to examine how purported polling information could enter and spread through the political information ecosystem without independent verification. We're not seeking publicity or attribution for the individuals involved in our declining interviews. So we did reach out to the company this morning. We did get something here. It says nobody got paid by the project, and they're not affiliated with any candidate, PAC, or party. It was an experiment, they say, and it proved its point, right? Newsrooms are thin, experienced people are out.
There is one thing I like about Spencer Pratt. He can't even stop. Every single day, he fired these people up. Like, if you look through his social media handles, it's like he's still even doing campaigns. There is something that recently happened. Spencer Pratt recently went after Rema. If you take a look at this, Nitya is urging the commie political agency that heard Graham Planter was and push him away. A DSA, socialist freaks like Rema, don't care about morality. They only care about power. This is coming as a result of this. Like you can see here,
Hollywood is kaput. We recognize these guys. Gavin Newsom and Rob Bonta are destroying Hollywood. And now they're trying to cripple two of the greatest film studios of all time. Lawfare like a clapping seal, desperate for his woke brownie points, claiming that crippling Netflix competitor is somehow a victory for the industry. Clearly, it's all just about sticking it to Trump.
This is over the top.
Now, Mark Ruffalo isn't anti-merger. He loved mergers back when he was celebrating Disney gobbling up Marvel, and he had no problem when Disney went up to gobble up Fox. He didn't even have an issue when it was a tech giant Netflix on deck to merge with Warner Brothers. Ruffalo himself even starred in Zodiac, a joint production between Warner Brothers and Paramount. He had no problem with them teaming up when they were paying him $1.5 million. It was only when the Ellisons came into the picture that all of a sudden he didn't like mergers. So why was he so pro-merger in the Disney takeover? Well, they were stroking his multi-million-dollar checks.
$3 million, $4.5 million, $6 million.
Everyone else, and now he's pulling up the ladder behind him. Now, merger's bad because his commie leaders said so.
If it was any other administration, other than the Trump administration, this wouldn't be happening. It'd be stopped. It's disastrous. That's the way it is with every bully in the world.
Paramount to make sure the industry crumbles further, all because Paramount wants to invest $110 billion into Warner Brothers? Now, what rings? The Dark Knight, The Shining, Harry Potter, Blade Runner, Dune, A Clockwork Orange, Batman, The Goonies. Who wouldn't want to invest in them? In fact, Paramount has been partnering with Warner Brothers for years. Interstellar, Paramount developed it, and it's shared the production and distribution with Warner Brothers.
Powerful projects that have stood the test of time.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm going to end here. So the short clips you see at the end, that's for a white algorithm. You can always skip.
Well, the thing is, can you...
Quick question. question. If you're here tonight,
whatever it is zero to do with me.
Explain what happened so people know.
they were releasing how much 40 years old that the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
Wants to know the strangest part of going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
wow.
Dust Blossom turned into this fabulous actress.
Sunny from The View. I am so sick of you and Whoopi.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
We will be okay if you.
Diversity for diversity's sake being crammed down our throats.
The Hunger Games. Loves to work. It's, you know, I had a group of guys, you know.
Is cool.
And of that
People.
And so this is my life.
This clip of Elliot Page